Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and only 5 more, then we can go and take a break tonight. Woohoo! Wait, you must have been waiting for that most, right? Okay, so now let's do the rest. And, okay, line number 16. And it's not just the big supermarkets that waste food. Okay, scrolling is a process. Try to look the answers, the sentences on your book, okay? I don't have to scroll, so we don't have to waste our time. That waste food. We are all just as guilty. Blah, blah, blah. Then, Lord Haskins, the government's food and farming advisor, said, we are very greedy when we go and shop. Okay, so stop it there. Now, if you want for clue, you can underline the phrase the government's food and farming advisor, or something like that. We are all just as guilty. Waste food. Waste food. The answer is the letter H, sentence H, because it says, according to a recent government study. So you may say G also had a word government, but here's the thing. It says, however, according to Andy, the government itself is not simply doing enough in the first place to combat this incredible waste. It's talking about Lord Haskins, the after sentence. So, yeah. And do we have any other sentences that has the word government? No? No. Okay. So H, it is the answer to the sentence blank number 3. Number 4. Oh my god. Lord Haskins, with the government's food and farming advisor, said, we are very greedy when we go and shop. Our eyes are bigger than our stomachs in homes and in the restaurants. Wow. That's a pretty shock truth. Then, the food redistribution charity, Fair Share, specializes in collecting high-quality food before it is past its sell-by date and taking it to many charities who feed our country's poor and vulnerable. So, you underline the word, the food redistribution charity. Okay, the phrases. Okay, so let's find redistribution. Okay, you may say the sentence B. If we were able to redistribute, it has the word redistribute, but it doesn't talk anything about giving out at least 50,000 tons of free food. It doesn't talk about that situation yet. And redistribution. Okay. The answer is the letter G. Yes. However, according to Andy, the government itself is simply not doing enough in the first place to combat this incredible waste. Okay, because it explains the situation right now, that is when we go to the shops and we go shopping, we are very greedy, because in that situation when our eyes are bigger than our stomachs at home and in the restaurant, so we are very greedy, so we want to take everything. So that explains, according to Andy, the government itself is not simply doing enough in the first place to combat this incredible waste. The food redistribution charity Fair Share specializes in collecting high-quality food before it is passed by its sell-by date. So, 4G. Number 5, do it quick. Collecting high and taking it to many charities who feed our country's poor and vulnerable. Although the company has doubled in size in the last year, it is simply not be able to cope with the endless supply of wasted food on its own. For a better example, we need to look to the enormous monument to consumerism, which is the USA. Blah blah blah. If only our government supported these food redistribution charities along with forcing our food businesses to cooperate, then it would be possible. So we can underline the phrase the USA, the government, food redistribution charities. So then right now we will choose the sentence B, because yeah, they do in the States. It is the United States, and the if we were able to redistribute as much food as they do in the States, we could give out at least 50,000 tons of free food a year. So they are giving us some of the best solution to solve the situation. So 5B, 6 and 7. Okay, we may skip a little bit. Line number 23. At the moment, most of our nation's surplus food goes, along with other rubbish, to one of our many landfill sites, where it decomposes into the methane, a greenhouse gas over 20 times more destructive to the planet than carbon dioxide. Blah blah blah. Vegans feel strongly that our wasteful consumerist culture, with all its endless producing, packaging, buying, and binning. Okay, so what will you choose? It is F. Yes, because carbon dioxide, and the keyword in the sentence given, it is emission. Yeah, carbon emission. You remember those vocabulary thing that I have told you yesterday and the lesson 7A? You must. 6 F. And now let's go quick for number 7. Woo! Okay, so line number 41. So as a freegan, Andy is committed to taking as a little part in this massive cycle of consumerism as possible. I just never buy food, he explains, blah blah blah. I also recycle and mend everything. I actually haven't bought anything for years. And do you know what? I haven't needed to. In fact, it is amazing what you don't really need. So, he's giving his action to not to buy food and try not to waste anything. Not wanting anything. So, the sentence will be 7D, yes. Either I look for it outside supermarkets or restaurants, or I grow it in my garden. So he's doing his own action. He doesn't need to go to the supermarket or anywhere. He can do it by his own, to take his own production and to consume it by himself. So, very clever man. And thank you so much for watching the lesson tonight. Remember to review 7D. Tune in tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. Goodbye and good night. Goodbye, good night. Oh my God, I have run with the time. And luckily we still fit. And yeah, gotta chill with you. Oh my God, tomorrow it is Friday! Yeah! Woo!